Now for a quick business update. US stocks have been sliding over the past 3 weeks, with notably a sell-off of technology-related stocks. If we look at the latest figures, it is pretty red still across the board after trading closed there Monday. The Dow Jones down 1.84%. The S&P 500 also down over 1 percentage point, and the Nasdaq ending just slightly into the red. Well, meanwhile, Asian shares have opened weaker this Tuesday amid concerns over renewed lockdowns in Europe and that story of a scandal at some of the world's biggest banks, reports that they moved illicit funds around. Shares in some of those institutions hitting a 25-year low. So you can see there the latest figures. It's pretty much red as well across the board. The Kospi and Seoul down over 1.5 percentage point. The Nikkei in Tokyo is closed for a public holiday. Well, meanwhile, the German airline Lufthansa has said it will cut more jobs and ground more planes as the coronavirus continues to hammer the travel industry. The company said it was losing around 500 million euros a month. Lufthansa has not said how many jobs it will cut, but sources suggest it could be around 5,000. That's on top of 22,000 jobs already lost earlier this year. The airline secured a €9 billion bailout from the German government in June, giving the government a 20% stake in the company. Well, turning to slightly more positive news now from the airline industry, Airbus has unveiled designs for emissions-free aircraft. It's currently working on 3 prototypes that run on hydrogen and hopes to have a clean service in the skies, it says, by 2035. Luke Schrago takes a look.
They may not be lighter than airships, but Airbus wants to put hydrogen back at the heart of flying, unveiling concepts for 3 new aircraft powered by the substance that would emit nothing but water vapour, in a sector that currently accounts for up to 3% of the world's carbon dioxide emissions.
We see it as a huge business opportunity. We see it as something that the airlines are asking for from us. And on top, we see it as a moral obligation that we need to bring climate neutral flying to society. Airbus had set itself a huge ambition to deliver a zero-emission aircraft to its customers by 2035.
With the environment taking on increasing importance in recent years, reducing emissions has become paramount for many industries. In Germany, Alstom's been testing a hydrogen-powered train, and Austria's national rail network is considering whether to replace its diesel stock with the new design. There's research into road transport too, with firms like Toyota coming out with the Mirai concept vehicle. However, when it comes to that area, at least with cars, hydrogen's nowhere near as efficient as battery-powered vehicles, consuming 2 to 4 times more energy. And what's more, there are other issues at play.
Electricity is ubiquitous. You can also buy gasoline anywhere, the most remote place in New Guinea. But to find hydrogen is difficult, and to create a global distribution or even nationwide distribution system with such a volatile fuel, that's a huge mission.
The European Union, though, is on board with that mission, with Brussels seeking to focus on hydrogen fuel in the long term. France has already set aside €7 billion to develop it, with Germany set to invest €9 billion. And it seems Airbus has now taken the EU's flight plan to heart, particularly after it received massive state aid during the coronavirus pandemic, which left air transport all but stalled.
Time now for a